Welcome, my name is Bhavani, and I'm here today to show you some simple yoga practices that you can do in your home. I'm a yoga teacher and a previous asthma sufferer. We have Vince from Breathe, California with us today, and he's going to help to demonstrate some of these practices as I lead him through them. The first thing to focus on is really how are we breathing? And many asthmatics, and I did this myself, I was a reverse breather, a chronic reverse breather, and this is an unhealthy way to breathe. Would you just put your hand on your belly and breathe in, really expanding your belly, and then exhale and let your belly contract. Great, and just keep doing that. This is a really healthy way to breathe. A reverse breather, and I'm going to ask Vince to do this reverse breathing, which is not something that you should normally practice, but just to demonstrate so that people can get an idea of what that is with a reverse breath, we inhale and the abdomen comes in and the chest expands. Right, and then exhale and the belly goes back out. Right, inhale, the belly comes in, exhale, the belly relaxes. So many of us asthma sufferers will breathe this way. So I encourage you to just sit for a minute right now and really put your hand on your belly and really experiment for yourself. When you're inhaling, does your belly expand or does it contract? And make sure that you're doing the expansion with the in-breath and contraction with the out-breath. So another thing that I want to mention is that we should always breathe through our nose. Our nose is really designed for breathing. It prepares the air for the lungs. It conditions the air by removing the particulates from the air. It adjusts the temperature and the humidity. So if at all possible, we should always be breathing in and out through the nose. So Vince, I'd invite you to just lie on the mat on your back, head this direction, and your arms comfortable distance from your body, your legs a comfortable distance apart. And in this practice, what we're going to do is really encourage Vince to consciously practice the healthy breath. And I have a nice heavy book here that I'm going to place on your abdomen. So as you inhale, lift the book up, and as you exhale, the book falls. So the book is really a helpful tool to really make that conscious of how you're breathing. And so really feeling the weight of that book and lifting it when you breathe in and letting it fall when you breathe out can be really, really helpful. The next thing we're going to do is work with getting more movement into the torso and the lung area, because oftentimes asthmatics, their torso area is almost like frozen, and so we really want to get movement and energy going there, and that will help also with preventing the reverse breathing. So this is going to be a really deep breath. So the first thing we want to do is exhale. So as you exhale, roll your shoulders forward, squeeze the air out of your lungs and let your head drop. So get as much air out of your lungs as you can. Then inhale and expand your belly first, and then expand your chest. Let your shoulders roll back, gaze upward, and really fill your lungs completely. And then exhale again. And just do a few rounds of this, really full, deep breath, both inhaling and exhaling. And you can see how Vince's entire torso is moving, opening and closing with this breath. And this is bringing a lot of movement to that area. Okay, so next we're going to do a back bend to really expand the chest area and open up the front of the body. So what I'd ask you to do, Vince, is to bring your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers so the palms are facing up in the back. Stretch your arms out if you can so that they're as straight as possible, and then lean back. Let your hands come to the chest or to the chair. Lift your chest, open, and breathe deep into your belly. And really, really squeeze your shoulder blades together, opening up, and just feel the front of the body expand. Breathe comfortably, breathe deeply. many times sitting at desks or computers, we get very rounded. And again, this in the front, it can like freeze the front of the body, and this kind of practice will reverse that. So inhale and raise your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, just fold forward from the hips, just relaxing forward and down. Let your hands come to the floor, wherever they reach. The head falls forward. And you can just see that Vince's back is rounded and totally relaxed. And as you're in this relaxed forward bend position, Vince, see if you can just send your breath into your lower back, breathing again, breathing in your belly and expanding your belly. And just relax forward in this. So this is giving a nice counter stretch to what we just did in the back bend. And again, more movement in the torso. All the movement in the torso is helpful for the asthmatic condition. Okay, so we did a back bend, forward bend. We really breathed with exhaling and inhaling, expanding and contracting. And now the last practice that we'll do here in the chair is a twist to the spine. So what I'd ask you to do now, Vince, is to bring your right leg over your left. Good. And then sitting up really tall, begin to twist to the right, bringing your left arm, that's right, against that knee, and your right hand behind the back. And let this arm come down a little bit so that your shoulders are level. There you go. And this hand maybe even can come all the way behind your back. Yeah, there. And lifting your chest, that's right. And make sure again that you feel your breath in your belly. Sometimes in a twist like this, we might be more encouraged to breathe in the chest, but be sure to feel that breath deep in the belly as the chest is lifted and open. And you can see that Vince is twisting around a nice lifted, open, straight back, and this is what's really important. Thanks, that's great. And then release, come back to center. And of course, we'll reverse that, bringing the left leg over the right, twisting in the other direction, yeah, to the left. And letting the shoulder come down, that's good. And the chest is lifted and open, perfect. Breathing deep into the belly. Yeah, you might even want to look over this shoulder. Yeah, great. So just twisting the entire spine. Breathing deep. Good. And release that side as well. Thank you for letting me share these practices with you today. I hope that you can see that they can be very simple, but they can be very powerful in helping us manage this condition and perhaps making our lives just a little easier around this condition of asthma that can be so difficult. So these practices have been very helpful for me, and I hope that if you practice them in your own home, that they'll be helpful for you as well.